Hello, I'm Jimm Ites. That's Jim with two M's. And I like to say this. I was born 16 July 1939 on a hot summer day in Franklin County, Iowa, in a brick house. The doctor who came out and delivered me from my mother was Dr. Miller. Now, all these years later, I'm 86 now. Now I've got a doctor at the Veterans Clinic, and her name is Dr. Miller. I started with Dr. Miller, now I got Dr. Miller. I'm sitting here in the Village Inn today with pumpkin pie, and I'm thinking I want to share with you how I was 6 years old when President Truman ordered the big bomb, they called it the Little Boy, to be dropped on Hiroshima. And so now, in 1959, or maybe it was 60, I don't know, but I was in Japan. And I had a date with a nice Japanese girl who thought I was rich. They always thought I was rich. And so they didn't even think about that when I would eat with them in a restaurant and make it so that they paid the bill. So this night we're sitting in a steakhouse in Tokyo. And so I'm ordering lobster. Lobster. First time I ever had lobster. And so this young Japanese girl started telling me how evil we Americans are because we dropped the bomb. I said, well, you started it. And she wouldn't listen to me. Now we got it going on. She said, you mean Americans dropped the bomb. Now people are still suffering from the big bomb. I said, did you hear what I said? You started it. I said, I want to give you an imitation. And I probably shouldn't have said this. I apologize in advance. I want to give you an imitation of the stupid Jep, who one morning got up and say, today we will bomb Pearl Harbor. And she got up and left, and I had to pay for the meal. And President Truman's grandson, I met him one day at the Veterans Clinic. And I said to him, what are you doing here? And he goes around telling his story about his grandfather, President Truman, how some little strange behaviors he had. And I said, well, your grandfather ruined my romance in Japan because of dropping that big bomb. Well, that's my story. And thank you for watching. I'm going to eat my pie.